Recording in progress.
So hello everybody, it is March 23rd, 2026, and grateful to have you here. The questions that we asked, that's how usually we start the Zoom call, is what person would you want as your personal life coach and motivator? And we had a good discussion. One person said Chat GPT, but you can have that. And some of us talked about other ones, and it was hard to think at the last moment, like if you could have anybody, right? But something to think about. All right. And then the challenge for the week is My Unpaid Therapist. That's the name of the card. And it says, send a thank you note or text to a friend and thank them for always being there for you. Showing gratitude releases endorphins and helps you think optimistically. So those are my little challenges for the week. I know for the movement, but I might do my song. So I put it in the chat for the folks. Sometimes I do a song first, sometimes I do movement first. But this is a new song. I'm on a roll, and I do have fancy sound equipment that I'm trying to record to see if it's better. But this is a song which I think you can hear the guitar, right? I can hear it good too. It's really cool. I get the feedback through speakers, which before I never did, right? But the song is called Ride the Wave, and it was inspired by the Course of Miracles. Two of the lessons, and I kind of paraphrased it, but basically the lyrics are, when you want to only see love, you will see nothing else, right? We know that when we fall in love with somebody, they have no faults, right? Or even like when I think of someone who passes away, you don't think of their faults, right? So when you only want to see love, you'll see nothing else. And the next one is, when you hold your grievances, you betray yourself. So I think about how it just hurts yourself, right? And then until you let the light come in to warm the day. Hard to hear yet? Okay. I wonder if that's a little bit, if that's the true for both the other, but is that a little bit better? It's up high, a little bit higher or not? But it could be the original sound. So let's see how the recording goes. And see if that makes any difference. But sorry if it's harder to hear. Hopefully you can turn it up a little bit. So the lyrics are, until the light comes in to warm the day, until the wind comes in to show me the way. And then ride the wave, it takes time to change. Ride the wave, you're perfectly safe. So let's do it. So, but we got a new sound system. We're experimenting. If it doesn't get recorded, I'll play it again next week without the system. But that is my new song. You heard the lyrics at least, Vitalia. But like I said, if it doesn't get recorded correctly, I will do it again next week. So, and yeah, I don't probably and let me turn off original sound. Just muted. Okay, sorry. I'm going to turn off original sound so it's helps with any reverb. Okay. Let me somehow mute. Yeah, there we go. All right, everybody's muted. There we go. All right, great. So that is the song for fun. So for movement, we've been doing the Kung Fu, but just to have a variety. If you have a fan, I thought I'd show you the commencement of this form called flowing water fan form Tai Chi. So if you don't have a fan, you could just pick up something or just pretend like you have one, and it's just the commencement form. So let's do the movement for fun. And this is a form I've been learning for about 1.5 years. And like I said, I'm just going to show you the beginning. So let's just bounce and shake and do a few movements, but instead of doing the Kung Fu, unless you really want the Kung Fu, I call it white crane Tai Chi. So it's white crane Kung Fu and Tai Chi version. And the links, if you watch the recording, I do have a link to the lady Kathy Yang that I'm learning from. And let's turn side to side. It is a beautiful day. I got the windows open because we still got the furnace on, but then it warms up. So it's warm up here. And let's tap the lung meridian point. So welcome spring. Last time it was right before the equinox. And it was a beautiful 72-degree day. My goodness, it felt amazing. And let's bring the hand slowly up to the top of the head, bouncing the wrist. And gently bouncing. And slowly letting the hands come down. And slowly come to rest. Feeling all that energy. Feeling soft in our bodies, soft knees, soft your pelvis a little bit tucked under, shoulders relaxed, hips, shoulders, ears in alignment, a little bit of space between the armpits, so that would be tight, right? A little bit of space, drippy fingers. Imagine all the relaxation out of the fingers. Now let's take a moment for stillness. Stillness is just as important as shaking up and moving things. If you feel any discomfort, you have permission to sit down or take a rest, whatever is right for you. ABC, always be comfortable. So now let's gently move. I'd like to do little hip swivels. So I want you to shift your weight to one side, more to the balls of your foot. Then I want you to shift the weight back to your heels and then go across to the other leg. Shift the weight to the back of the heels. Go across to the other side, the ball of the foot. Shift the weight to the back of the heel and go across to the other side and back. So this is a beautiful hip swivel. If you slowly notice, it looks like you're making the infinity symbol. And just go nice and slow, noticing the balls of your foot. Back up to the heel, to the front, and back across. Good. So maybe think less about what's going on and have it go a little bit faster. Or you can go slower. Whatever is feeling right in your body in this moment. Letting the hips warm up. All right, good. Let's do one more time. Hip swivel and across. All right, and then we can let that go. But just for fun, let's review the Kung Fu White Crane. I'm not going to teach any new add-ons, but we could review the punching. So the punching is the hands are here, open fist, very soft, and we're doing the Tai Chi version of it. So the first hand, the right hand goes out and it aims for the solar plex of your opponent, your height. And then face. These are the two areas. So if I say, so we start with right in the solar plex, bring it back, left face, bring the arm back, left solar plex, bring it back, right face, bring it back, right solar plex, bring it back, and then left solar plex, bring it back again, left solar plex, bring it back, and then right solar plex. And I am mirroring you, so I'm doing the opposite of what I'm supposed to do. So let's do that again. And so right, or wait, am I doing the opposite? Okay, no, that's right. Now I'm doing it. Okay, let me reverse it. Right solar plex, there we go. I'm back. Left face, bring it back. Left solar plex, back. Right face, bring it back. Solar plex, bring it back. Solar plex, same arm again, solar plex, and stomach, the other side. I'm going to do it from the side, and I'm not going to mirror, so I'm going to do it the right way. But it gives you an angle of seeing it differently. So let's do that again, trying to say that same concept, right, left, right, or left again, then right, right, 2 times left, and then right. All right, so let's do that again. So right, bring it back, and to the face, left, bring it back to the solar plex. Now right face, left solar plex, or left, right. And now twice left solar plex, and then right solar plex. Let me try it from the other angle just to be different. And it looks like we got one other person join us. Yay. So we're just doing a little review. I thought, okay. So we're doing a review of the Kung Fu, and then we're going to do a little bit of fan form. Okay. So right solar plex, left face, left solar plex, right face, right solar plex, left solar plex, left solar plex, and right solar plex. So we're going to do it on one more time. Just a quick review of what we've been doing for punching, and we'll do something different. We're going to do fan form commencement of this one other form. So one more time, I'm going to mirror you. So right solar plex, bring it back, left face, left solar plex, right face, right solar plex, and then solar plex twice on the left side, solar plex, and now the right solar plex. And that's just the punching. Typically, they add in arms, and there's actually stepping. So just as a preview, if you do want to learn more about this White Crane Kung Fu, it's so complicated. It gets more complicated, but you actually, just for fun, okay, I won't be reversing it, but you would actually step 1, that would be the first one, and then stepping forward, punching, then you would do more of the punching, stepping forward, and then stepping, forward with your stepping. And it's the blocking at the same time. And then there's these deflecting movements that you learn. So like if you actually had an opponent, you could deflect and come So yay, we got another person joining. So that just to see what, just to show, and let me close the chat so I can see you guys better. There's a request. I'm gonna make my screen bigger. So that just as a preview. So one other person, we just did a quick review of the punching, just the punching. We didn't do the blocking. But if you want to see what this white crane kung fu looks like a little bit, it does get more complex, but there is stepping that gets involved. So you guys think about, do you want me to teach you some more as a preview? But you would actually step out, and then it has like a routine of stepping forward and then the face, and down, and then more stepping forward and stepping forward. And then there's these things where you deflect. So you shift your weight, block, switch hands, and then block. Then you go down, block, down, and then block. And then you would do it again. So it's like, and it gets more complicated because like they do this 1 and 2 and like all this. I have not learned that yet. It gets more complicated. Like if somebody tries to, yeah. So anyways, that's just a preview. All right. So I thought today I would show you, I'm not going to reverse it, but a little bit of the beginning commencement form of flowing water fan form. So if you don't have a fan, that's okay. But if you like this and you want to do more of it, I could send you links, or on Amazon, you can buy some cheap ones for $5. This one was a little bit more because it has a pretty pattern. But there's some simple ones that are just one color, and you can get them for $5. So if you're interested in this. So let's just do the first beginning commencement form. You always hold the fan in the right hand, and you always make sure it can easily drop. So making sure you hold it. So a lot of people just learn how to do that. But I'll show you the beginning. I'm not going to reverse it because I'm not that skilled at reversing, because then I would have to hold the fan in the left hand. And holy buckets, I'm like, I'm not used to that, right? I just kind of dropped it on my hand. That would be a fun challenge, but I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, so for this form, what you do, and I'll show it to you, and then I can break it down to you. There's not a lot of stepping. It's just more, so I'll be quiet. Is that a cool sound? I don't know if you could hear that, but I could. So that is the first commence, the opening movement. So there isn't any stepping. So feet wise, feet are together. These are soft, pelvis is tucked under. Most of the work is in the torso. And so in this form, I'm not mirroring you. So this is my right hand. So I bow to the left. I bow to the opposite side of the fan. And it's not too far of a bow, right? I'm just bowing forward, hands go up. And it's like you're a conductor, like of a sympathy, sympathy, or I can't say no, orchestra, right? I'll just keep it that simple. So hands go out and you reach across, like I imagine I'm picking a flower and I bring it closer to my body, like so I can sniff it. We push it back on the altar, hands go up, and then they kind of go opposites, and then it comes out. So you have to learn, you play with the fan and how to do that. So that's, again, if you didn't have a fan, you can just do the movement and pretend. So the palm would be up and you would just pretend going like this. So let's do it a few times. Like I said, just something totally different for you. Give me feedback if you loved it, hate it. So let's begin doing that again. So as you begin, some people do this as a bow, greeting. So the right hand, right? The right hand's a fist for strength, left hand. So this is a way of doing it with a fan in your hand. Come back down. I lean a little bit to the left. Hands go out, goes across, reaches. Imagine like you're bringing a bouquet of flowers. You bring them to the altar. Hands, it goes horizontal. Hands go up. The fan goes up, across, and now, and the hands connect. And it's by the hand elbow. So that would be the opening move. So It's always fun to do it a few times. I'll do it from the side, one more time forward, one more to the side, and then we'll move on to chanting and lymphatic massage. All right, so let's do that again. You would reach to the left, looking to the left. And that left hand goes across to the right. Bring it to the center, and it's not too far. And then we push out. Top hand goes flat. Top hand goes up, bottom hand goes down. And that beautiful whipping fan sound, if you can hear that. All right, so let me do it from the side. It might be less confusing, might be more confusing, but let's try it. So I bow to the left. I shift the weight, or not shift the weight, the hand. Bring it closer. Bring it out. Hands go flat, up and down, and that whip, which is, I love it. It's like I love that sound. I want to do it from behind, just so that it's a little bit easier. All right, so feet are together. Remember, the feet don't move at all. So let's commence. We bow to the left, reach across to the right, bring it in, push out, hands go up and down, and then that whipping sound. Did you like it back on? I'll do it in front. I think it's still kind of new. And of course, you don't have a fan, unless you're lucky enough and you have a fan. But like I said, if you love this, I can give you links on how to order some cheap ones on Amazon or online, or I can maybe do a bulk order and give it to you guys. I think they're $5, so I could always buy some extra. That'd be a fun workshop, right? So let's do it one more time and we'll move on to chanting. So let's begin, commence. You reach out to the left, reaching to the right, bring it in, pretend you're pushing it out, hands go flat, and right, the hand goes up, and then goes under. So that's what we'll just do for today, for now. So let's bring the hands together and bow, showing our gratitude. And then let's just do a quick tapping cool down, because technically you should do a little cool down. Tapping opposites is a good way to do it, or you can go straight on. It's easier to go straight on, but I always like to do the hips. We do a little hip warm-ups there, so swivels, depending on what time you joined. And then let's go on the balls of the feet, tighten up, and then we let go. Or if you want to do the opposite, you can tighten up here and then open up when you go on the balls of your feet. So that's a little brain teaser, right? Because you might not be used to that. So, and then one more time. It's fun I like to do variety. It makes you think. You need that. Hands circle around, stimulates the brain. And let's do that again. And one more time. All right, let's do the salute. Right hand's a fist, I'll mirror you. Left hand together, bend the thumb, and mutual respect. All right, so take a seat. We're gonna do the parent technique. So get your scarf nearby, handy, and we can go into it. And yes, we'll talk about it afterwards. It was a wonderful, wonderful meeting, Dr. Perrin. Got to meet him twice. And there will be a recording of it available. I have to edit the video a little bit before I make it public, but I do have an unofficial one. So anyways, take a sip of water. And let's do the gentle pressure. So disclaimer, not a trained professional. I'm an end user of this Perrin technique, and I'm promoting Dr. Perrin's technique. So if you want to get more professionally treated, see a professional, massage therapist, occupational therapist, doctors, do it. So gentle pressure, either a little bit of a lift or a downward. You can have whatever helps you breathe better. So play with it, and it's very gentle. It's like an ant walking on you. So nice deep breath. I'm going to play with it going down a little bit. Very gentle pressure. And you could be a person both ways work, that's okay too. So doing that again. And exhale. Third time. Fourth time. Fifth time. And one more time, sixth time. And then we gently release and create that movement down. So I learned from the talk with Dr. Perrin that us going down, we're bringing the lymphatics down to the clavicle. And then that other stuff, you're bringing it up. And let's do that one more time. Now over the ears. And that creates a pressure vacuum for your body to that's why we usually feel better. So he did his PhD on this technique, and it has research to support it. And I think he's been doing it for 27 or 30 years. Yeah, so let's do it one more time. So it's been well researched. So I have a mic on my, so that'll be interesting doing this treatment over when I do the chest, but let's do it behind the ears. So yeah, I'm trying a remote mic, and but I heard when I played my guitar and sang, it didn't capture both. So we'll have to see what the recording does. But at least it's, I think, good for the movement. Maybe I just have to do something different. All right, now the other side, behind the ear to the clavicle, and very gentle. And then around the chest. So, like I said, I'm gonna probably bump this. Maybe I need to hold it. Take the magnet off. Wow, I even hear a little reverb myself. Ah. Okay, the magnet really got in there. All right, I'm gonna hold on to it. So yes, if you know the technique, keep going with it. Around, there we go. You can still hear me this way. But then hopefully it doesn't, and now up and over your chest. And then on the sternum going up to the clavicle. And yeah, he talked about how with people who have chronic health issues, their lymphatic system is not working. They do the opposite. So that's why he said this upward technique is so important. So I don't know. I have his book somewhere. I just bought it and I was hoping to get it autographed, but of course, I have no idea where I put it. So I was not able to get an autograph. But it was fabulous meeting him. And I'm so grateful some of you on this call came. And I know a lot of you tried. So that's awesome. And let's go up. And maybe you came on Zoom because I wasn't monitoring up closely once I got the system set up. I did not check who was online. I let Dr. Ruby Tam do that. All right. Now we can do it from behind. And I can put my mic back on. There we go. So grab your scarf if you have it. All right. I try to hide that I'm wearing just a plain t-shirt underneath. All right. We got the pretty scarf. And we do the upward strokes 6 times. 1, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Yeah, there we go. Got the 1, 4, 5. All right. Last one. Behind the ears. And it's best done in the shower. So yay, good job. So grab some water, let's gargle, because then we'll go into the chanting. So taking a sip. You can even make like and gargle at the same time. So let's try that. Again. Just trying to see how long I can keep it. You can have fun with that. Just it makes my voice sound so much better. One more time, the ka ka ka. So be careful if you're older. Sometimes women have a harder time with that, but tiny bit of water is the key. I notice if I take too much water, that's when I goof up more. So little water is the best. All right, so let's go into the chanting. Get in a comfortable position. We could do the word Om again. But the other day I was just learning about a word that was different. But I can't remember now. So I'll think about it for next week. So let's do hands up or down, whatever feels more natural for you. And 60 breaths, whatever tone, pitch, doesn't have to match me. And let's begin resonating from the chest. Oh. 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 Body relax. And my birds are starting to sing. There's a big tree not too far from my window, and I have it wide open because it's hot up here. And I can just hear the bird all of a sudden chirping now. It wasn't before. So, anyway, let's do that again. Now we're going to do the ing sound, back of the throat. Take a deep breath. Ing. Mm. More time. Mm. In the body, relaxing the jaw, and remembering to lift the palate if you can with the sounds, especially for the next one, will be the ooh sound, which is more the mouth, lips, might feel it tingle. So remembering to relax the jaw, lift the back, the palate, like you're gonna yawn, which is a weird concept, but it helps if you do it. So let's do that. Nice deep breath. Ooh.
And one last time. A moment to relax. Relax, stretch whenever you like. Feels good. Moving the jaw. And now we're going to move into the forward E nasal sound. And you know, last time I played with it with an actual like pulling my muscles internally down here so I could get that more forward resonant sound. Never done that before, but I was like, I don't know, just thinking of the muscles pulling down a little bit right there helped me sound more nasal. So play with that. That was just something I recently tried last time and play with it. So let's go do the E sound, forward nasal sinus sounding sign, like you're really congested. So let's begin. Again. More time. Lifted palates, relaxed jaw. Relax. And I know last time we did the ah sound. Why don't we do that for fun? Or the overtones? Overtone or any preference? Overtone, thumbs up, or thumbs down if you want the ah sound. No preference? Okay. Thumbs up? Okay, overtones. Let's do the overtones. All right. So that is the oo to e sound. Let's do that first. Lift, relax jaw. Lifting that back palate helps, and just have fun with it. So, oo e. Let's try it 2 times reverse to the other way. E to oo.
Let's try to do an E to oo and back to an E 2 times. More time. Soften, relax the body. Humble breathing. Basking into that softness. Feeling more relaxed. Chanting works the vagus nerve. It works the lymphatic system, especially with that deep belly breathing. So just bask in that softness, that glow. And that's all we're trying to do is healthy things for our body. That's my intention with this chanting is better health. Taking one more breath. Feeling a little bit relaxed, soft. And I thank you for coming. I know I heard my recording of my song. I'm using new technology, didn't work, but I could try to do it a cappella if you want to hear it. So I heard you couldn't hear it with my guitar. So the lyrics are, and I'll paste it, and then we'll have it sharing, but it's called Ride the Wave. And like I said, this is a new song. I just wrote it last week and I finalized it yesterday. And I also have only done it guitar. So, but I want you to kind of hear it. So here are the lyrics. And so it goes, when you see nothing else, you will see. Okay, when you want to see love. Oh, there we go. I'll do it a third time. When you only want to see love, you will see nothing else. So try that with me. When you want to only see love, you will see nothing else. Again, when you only want to see love, you will see nothing else. So isn't that true when you fall in love with somebody, right? You just got those beamers, or maybe somebody passed. You only see that. And what a beautiful way to live, right? So the next line, when you hold your grievances, you betray yourself. When you hold your grievances, you betray yourself. Try that again, because it's a good message. I know I need it. When you hold your grievances, you betray yourself. When you hold your grievances, you betray yourself. And the next part goes, until I let the light come in to warm the day. Until I let the wind come in to show me the way. So it's a little tricky part, but it's a little different. So we'll do that again. Until I let the light come in to warm the day. Until I let the wind come in to show me the way. And then it goes to ride the wave. It takes time to change. Ride the wave. You're perfectly safe. So together, those things again. Ride the wave. It takes time to change. Ride the wave. You're perfectly safe. When you only want to see love, you will see nothing else. When you only want to see love, you will see nothing else. When you hold your grievances, you betray yourself. When you hold your grievances, you betray yourself. Until you let the light come in to warm the day. Until you let the wind come in to show you the way. Ride the wave. It takes time to change. Ride the wave. You're perfectly safe. So that is the song a cappella, which I've never done before. So that is my new song. Thank you for coming. I'm going to stop the recording. You can share and wait. Thank you so much for coming. And this is the challenge. My unpaid therapist. Try to write a thank you note for somebody that makes a difference in your life. Wow, I like that Zoom. It just zoomed into the card. And the question for the week, think about it. Let's see if it zooms in. It didn't. What it would, and it was, what would you want as a personal life coach or motivator? So if you could have one person, I think growing up it would have had been Oprah for me. So think about it. So thank you so much for coming. We'll stop the recording.